Overthinking is one of those things that feel impossible to stop. If you have experienced it, you know that you try to tell yourself to let go, to move on, or to do something else. But no matter how hard you try to quiet your mind, your thoughts just keep going. They keep replaying your conversations with others, and they keep analyzing your past decisions, or they keep creating endless what ifs. It is exhausting and it makes you feel stuck. It's like you are trapped in your own head, and it makes you feel frustrated with yourself for not being able to just stop overthinking. But overthinking isn't a real problem, it's a symptom of something deeper. When we have unprocessed emotions in our body, especially the uncomfortable ones like sadness, like shame, like anger, our mind steps in trying to protect us from experiencing those emotions directly. It does that by keeping us in our head instead of in our body, and by creating endless thoughts around each specific emotion. Let's say underneath sadness, there is sadness underneath a series of thoughts you have about a situation with someone. And if you don't consciously choose to sit with that emotion and let it release, then your mind goes into overthinking, trying to save you from feeling that sadness with thoughts like, why did they say that? Or what if what I said or what I did was wrong? How can I make sure this never happens again? So your thoughts keep circling around that sadness. And they are not really leading anywhere. They are not really solving any problem. They are just trying to escape the raw experience of that sadness. When we have emotions stuck in our body, our mind keeps circling around those emotions with certain thoughts. It's almost like your mind is trying to think your way out of those emotions. And that's why certain thoughts keep repeating. That emotion is like an engine that fuels those thoughts, keeps those thoughts going. But thoughts can release emotions. The only thing that can release those emotions is feeling those emotions directly. Dr. Gabor Maté says unprocessed emotions don't just disappear. They shape our thoughts and behaviors in ways we don't usually realize. Think about a moment where you felt rejected because someone didn't answer your text message or they just dismissed what you just said. That rejection hurts, and you may feel sad or even angry because of that rejection. If you don't sit with those emotions and really feel those emotions, then your mind starts spinning around those emotions. And you start thinking thoughts like, what did I do wrong? What if they don't like me? Next time I need to be more careful. Or maybe I should reach out and fix this. No matter how long you think these thoughts, those emotions don't disappear. They stay in your body. And your mind can't think your way out of those emotions. And the more it spins around those emotions, the more thoughts it creates for you to deal with. But when you feel your emotions fully, the more you feel them, the less you fall into overthinking. So the only way out of emotions is really through emotions, by feeling those emotions. And when we let ourselves fully feel those emotions, we kind of create a space between ourselves and our thoughts and emotions. We realize that we are not our thoughts and emotions. We let them pass through us, but they don't define us. And this has been explained in teachings of Eckhart Tolle, where he says you are not your thoughts and emotions. First time I heard what Eckhart says, I couldn't get it. Because when you are stuck in overthinking, your thoughts feel like you. they feel personal. You don't see the difference. But the more I practiced stepping back and observing my mind, the more I saw what he meant. I realized that like there is me, and then there are my thoughts and my emotions. And the moment I saw the difference between me and my thoughts and emotions, then I wasn't so wrapped up in my thoughts and emotions anymore. Eckhart says the beginning of freedom is realization that you are not the voice in your head. And he mentions that our thoughts and emotions are like clouds in the sky, and we are the sky. And if we stay present and we allow those thoughts and emotions to pass through us like clouds in the sky, but they don't disturb us. And when we practice that, we understand that because just a thought comes to our mind, it doesn't mean that that thought is true. It doesn't mean that it is useful. It doesn't mean that we should engage with it. And we see the difference between ourselves and our thoughts. But we don't have to fight our thoughts. We don't have to control our thoughts. We also don't have to let our thoughts control us. When we practice again, we realize that overthinking stops or reduces a lot when we stop identifying with every single thought. And this is the practice that takes some effort. And that effort is becoming aware of our thoughts and our emotions. I still sometimes get completely wrapped up in my thoughts and emotions, and I realize that I haven't been here for a while. But the peace and the clarity I have, which is a lot more than I used to have, is because I know that I am not my mind. And I know I have the power to observe my mind. And sometimes even laugh at it, laugh at the comments it makes, laugh at the judgments it makes, laugh at the scenarios it creates. I sometimes even tell my mind, you should go write thrillers for Hollywood because it creates such horrible scenarios. So I hope this helps you stop overthinking and find your peace and clarity, and use your mind for what it is meant to. Our mind is a tool, is a powerful tool that is meant to help us navigate this physical life. It was never meant to control us, and we don't have to let it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Until next time.